Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by the juggernaut himself, Joyce. Joe, first and foremost, how are you keeping it during these times?
Yeah, I'm keeping all right. I mean, it's a bit boring at times, but to be stuck in quarantine yeah, other than that, I've been good, keeping well, and ticking over and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, you say you were ticking over. You were in camp because this past Saturday you were due to face Daniel Dubois. Now,
yeah.
Obviously, what's happened, the fight was cancelled. But on Saturday night, were you sort of playing the fight in your head? And what was your thoughts on Saturday night, knowing that you were meant to fight Daniel Dubois?
I don't know. I don't. No comment. I wasn't really thinking anything. It's like I just like the moment I found out that it wasn't happening, then it's just I don't know. It's just the fight's off, and what can you do? But on the Saturday night, I was just I don't know, man. It's just I already knew I wasn't fighting, so it's like I kind of like forgot about it. I didn't even know what day it was. You don't even know what day it is in quarantine. Like sometimes you're like
that's true, mate. Like I didn't know it was Friday night tonight, man. I honestly,
who am I? What's the time? Where are we?
Exactly, we're all in the same boat here. It's crazy. Well, I interviewed you out in Vegas when you started off your camp for the Daniel Dubois fight. You seemed relaxed. You seemed happy. You seemed like you were back with Salasas and stuff like that. So, were you thinking that this was going to be the defining fight of your career, and then you were going to maybe step up to the upper echelon with guys like the Andrew Ruizes, the Dillian Whites, possibly even Tyson Fury's, Joshua's, and Wilder's?
Yeah, definitely. Like I was thinking, right, we'll have this fight. It'll be like massive. Coming out into the bigger arenas. Obviously, going to be come out to a packed O2. I've never been to a packed, sold out crowd at O2 yet, and then from then it would line me up with some bigger fights and a potential world title fight. And I would have won 6-7 belts or something. So
yeah, but you've got quite a few of the ranking belts, haven't you?
Yeah, so I got the WBA Gold, Continental, and the Commonwealth.
You're doing all right.
Just sitting next to me.
I'll get you to put them on camera, but I won't ask you to do that.
Nah, it's a bit messy in this.
I bet it is. I watched your Instagram live with MJam Boxing there. Who was a young fella that was doing it? I don't think I've met him before.
Oh, Shane.
Was that Shane, is it?
Yeah.
You enjoy that Instagram live sort of thing?
Yeah, it's all right. I never do them. I don't know. I should probably do them a bit more often and answer questions and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm not the best on social media. I need to improve.
Well, I've noticed that I've tried to get a hold of you for the last half hour.
Well, there you go.
Definitely. I want to ask you your thoughts as well. Like, I don't want to bring up your age, but I think you're 44 years old now, or something along those lines.
What? Yeah, give or take.
You are sort of like, you're not like Daniel Dubois is 21 and you're 30 something.
4.
You know what I mean? So do you feel like you're in a rush with your career to get these big fights? Do you feel like you need to progress quickly and get up to the big boys?
I don't feel any different than when I was on the GB team at 26. I don't feel that much different. It's just I just feel a lot more experienced and ready for these challenges. Just need a decent training camp, and I can beat anyone.
When you say that,
I felt like I had a really good training camp, and I was ready to beat Daniel Dubois on Saturday night. What was it? A week ago?
That's Saturday, yeah. A week tomorrow, yeah. A week past, yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a month already.
I know, it does. When you said you can beat anyone, does that include the Wilders, the Furies, and the Joshuas? I
believe so, yeah. With the right preparation, and I feel like I can beat anyone. I have, I think I have the skills to do it. The chin, the engine, the shot variety, shot quantity.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. People sort of talk about the way you fight, like your sort of style. You're sort of like a come forward and you just keep throwing punches after punch after punch after punch. Where does that fitness come from? Because you turned pro, you turned to boxing at a late stage in your life. Was it not like 20, 21 you turned to boxing?
22.
22.
22.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you turned to boxing it quite late on in your life. So sort of like, where does that engine come from?
From all the sports I was doing from a kid, so I've always been training since I was little. I did like 3 different. I was like, you name it. My mum and dad put me through every like flipping sport and like after school thing as possible because I loved it, and I think I was on the swimming team, like the proper swimming team where you have to do like 100 meters. That's 4 lengths, mate. Front crawl, freestyle. So I did that. There's a rugby that I did since I was 6, and I was doing karate, which later turned to kung fu and all the rest of the martial arts I did. So I don't know, like when you have those, when you do all these different things, you have like you have really good coaches. Like throughout the years, I've had like amazing coaches, and they all got something to teach you. Like, and the good thing about like martial arts, they got you to stay flexible, and they worked on your flexibility and stuff. So, and I guess rugby, because the position I was a forward, like I was always chasing the ball, and I had to do line out the scrummages. I had to, when they passed me the goal, I had to run with it, and so I'll be running around the whole game doing different things. So I guess that's where I get my engine from. and I guess my parents were like sporty, and one a bit of a sprinter, and my dad did like karate and like long distance kind of stuff. So maybe genetically I picked that up as well. So,
Definitely. Just going back to the Daniel Dubois fight. I mean, I asked if you envisioned.
Someone said that I had like I had dog in me, like where you can like just push it like that bit further, and I think that's part of it, what it is as well. Carry on.
I was going to say the Dubois fight. Like I asked you if you played the fight in your head. I think I asked you this in Vegas, but I can't quite remember your answer because you were too busy frolicking in a fucking jacuzzi. Do you know what I mean? I mean, did you believe that you were going to stop if the fight was going ahead? That you were going to stop Daniel Dubois?
Yeah, that's what I believed. That it would have been. Sorry, I keep hiccuping.
That's right.
Dubois would have tested me, and I go into a fight believing I'm going to win, and I usually do. So it would have to take him to get a lucky shot, a really good shot to like staple me to the floor. So I believed I would have won that fight, and I believe I still will.
Well, that's the thing. We've seen you fight when you were in the GB squad. I mean, your fight with Fraser Clark's been posted on Twitter for everyone to see again.
Oh my god! Yeah. I was watching that back. I was like, oh my god.
Why were you like, oh my god, what was wrong with it?
Oh, I don't know. Like, no, just them shorts. But I had like Sid gave me these shorts that were like they were quite short. But I think I should have stayed with those ones. I think they were like large shorts, but those were like the XXL shorts. I thought they were a bit long. I don't know, and I just feel like I just when I watch back my old fights, I just cringe like, oh. And I looked so slow in that fight as well, but I guess I was like quite comfortable and I was like timing my shots nicely. But yeah, it was a good fight, man. Fraser, a lot of respect to him, man. We had plenty of wars.
I bet you did. You fought like 3 times, did you not? 3-4 times?
4 times, yeah.
Yeah.
3, I think 3 I think it was two GB, 2 ABAs and 2 GB championships.
There you
GBs.
go. But that's what I was going to actually talk about your chin, because we've seen you fight Fraser Clark, we've seen you in the amateurs with Usyk, we've seen you in the pro ranks now taking big shots. Do you think that's going to stand you in good stead? Are you always going to be able to have that chin, or do you think it's going to one of these days it's just going to go, I'm out, I can't keep taking these shots? Because the heavyweights, we all know as a heavyweight it only takes 1 shot.
Yeah, I think it just takes like them shots you get hit with that you don't expect. They hurt most. Like like when I got caught cold in the Europeans, like they literally they took out 2 bouts and didn't tell us. And like I didn't have much time to get ready. I literally was jogging to the ring to try and warm up. And then this big Russian guy is like windmilling. And then I got caught with one and I was like, oh! That was because I wasn't warmed up. Like, I don't know. I might have been able to take it a bit more if I was a bit better prepared. But yeah, it's the ones that you don't like expect. And like, you have to be really powerful to be able to put me down, I think. But I've only ever been like flash knocked down. Like, you know, when you get knocked down, you get back up.
Off balance sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah. Like, hit with a good shot, but then just like, you know, for a split second and then come back up.
Yeah.
Not like comatose, like...
KO knocked out.
Or like do the stanky leg and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, mate, you never know. Talking about knockouts, I spoke to you before the Tyson Fury Wilder fight, and you said you were of the opinion, like everybody else, that it was Fury points and Wilder knockout. I think that's what you said as well.
Yeah.
I didn't speak to you after the fight, so how were you as surprised as everyone else at the outcome of that fight with Tyson Fury obviously stopping Wilder?
I was speechless. I think I was supposed to go to the fight and I was supposed to do some like punditry or something, or some, I don't know, some interviews or something. But I was so tired from that day. I'd already trained twice that day, and I was like, and we'd already paid for it on the, you know, for the boys to watch it in the, what was it, pay-per-view? Like in our well, it was quite a big apartment, wasn't it?
It was a lovely apartment. It was a lovely apartment.
Little villa, like with a pool and
out in the suburbs of Vegas, out in the suburbs with a little cul-de-sac. Man, you had it made.
Sipping virgin mojitos and.
Dude, my interview, I don't know. My interview was you in a jacuzzi. That's how comfortable you were in that villa.
I know, yeah. Well, beats being in Surrey, anyway.
Hey, you never know. When all this blows over, you'll be out in Vegas again doing your camp, and I'm going to come over and get another interview just for the sake of it.
Yeah, why not?
Well, that's what I need to. I need to get out, man. As long as I've been home in a long time, you know what I mean. So
yeah, I know, yeah.
Crazy.
But when them restaurants start opening back up, I want to eat out again.
What? You're a cruiserweight now. You're losing some weight.
Yeah. I need feeding up. And my weight's all right actually. It's not gone up too much.
I just go back to the Wilder fight there. You were surprised at Wilder Fury fight. You were so surprised as everyone else. Did you see it coming?
I was just speechless because I was thinking, I don't know, because like obviously Fury's saying, "Oh, I'm gonna knock him out in round 2." And I was like, all right, wait, maybe he's just saying that to like maybe throw him or like change, like I don't know. And then next thing he comes out and punches him up. I was like. I was just speechless, man, because it was similar like when he fought Klitschko, because I was going to put a bet on. I was like, but I didn't get round to it until the fight actually started, and I'm like, where's my phone? And I'm trying to log in to and it was just masterclass, just like smashed him up. Then like just outpointed him, but then obviously that was a lot different than how he beat Wilder. Wilder, he just like took it to him and like. Just punched him up. I was like, he just punched him up. I was like, oh, fair play.
Yeah, did you see Wilder's comments? He done an interview last. I think it was like the PBC podcast he did, and he said that he doesn't recognise Fury as the champion yet because they haven't fought for a third time. What do you make of them comments that he doesn't recognise Fury as the champion?
Said that,
Wilder said that. Deontay Wilder said last week or a couple of days ago that he doesn't recognise Fury as the champion because they haven't had the trilogy fight yet, or something along them lines.
I mean, of course, he needs to make sure he gets that rematch because it's in his interest to get the rematch. So he's going to say whatever to get that. Like, you know, his his suit is 40 pounds?
40 pounds, yeah.
40 pounds, but I mean. Maybe that long, slow walk to the ring, he might have felt a bit heavy. But I guess after a fight, you look at all the different like points where you fit, where you could have improved or what went wrong. Even like I was thinking like that when after the Jennings fight, I was like I got hit too much and I wanted to knock him out and that and then you kind of try and pass the blame on different things. So maybe that's what he was doing, and obviously he wants to get the rematch. And he's always got that punch, and maybe he'll go in there with a different tactic.
You think it goes Tyson's tactics in that the rematch was perfect. Put it on Wilder. So if Wilder tries to put it on Tyson, the trilogy will be like the two of them just going at it. Is that what you're sort of expecting?
But then Fury will probably might just switch it up and go back to boxing like moving. You're not gonna catch me. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think Wilder also said in that interview as well that he felt like a zombie in that fight. He didn't feel like that wasn't him. That wasn't him in that sort of thing. But I've got to ask you this, Joe.
Anyway.
Do you think Wilder should take step aside money so we can see the AJ Fury fight? Selfishly,
well, yeah, I want to see the Joshua Fury definitely, and I think it's just postponing it a bit, isn't it? But I don't know. It's.
Do you think?
Yeah,
what do you think he should do, Wilder? Do you think he should step aside or just get the trilogy on with him? Because I think the boxing world want AJ Fury, don't they?
Yeah, of course, but then it is stopping him he'll be losing him a lot of money if he doesn't want the fight, isn't it? So business wise, he he needs to take that fight. He needs to have the fight, the rematch. So I mean, if he gets compensated enough, then I guess he can step aside, and then it can happen. I don't know. The politics in boxing. We'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, we've been in boxing long enough to know politics, and boxing can change a fight in the blink of an eye. I've also got to ask as well, man, who is your number one heavyweight at the moment right now then, besides yourself?
Now I don't know who I'm going to pick. Wait, my favourite what heavyweight?
No, who's the number one heavyweight in the world at this moment in time?
Oh, I guess it's Fury, because he has won all the belts. He hasn't lost all the belts to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously he beat Klitschko for, was it the 4 belts, and then obviously personal issues, and then so he hasn't actually got beat properly for the heavyweight title. So I would guess Fury. Obviously AJ's got definitely got a big shout because he's won all them belts himself. He's beat Klitschko as well, knocked him out. So, but yeah, right now I guess Fury because he hasn't been beaten.
Who wins then? I know on the spot question. I'll keep giving you on the spot questions here, which is quite good. Who wins, Joshua or Fury, in your opinion? Because I seen you on the Instagram Live. I think you said on the Instagram Live I think somebody asked you the question on that, and you find it tough to answer. But I'm going to press you for an answer on IFL.
I think probably Fury, unless Joshua can find a way to knock him out, to really hurt him and put some shots together and close the show. But I guess Fury's shown how he can box and not get hit, and then he can also take it forward to him. But I guess Joshua has also shown that he can, he's good at going forward and finishing the job, but then also he can box on the back foot like how he did against Ruiz. So, yeah, it's the biggest fight, isn't it? It's the biggest fight out there.
Well, it's definitely the biggest fight out there, man. Just going back to you as well, you've got ambitions to be world champion. Do you know what I mean? But right now, there's probably 5 guys at the top, would you say? Like Joshua, Fury, Wilder, and Dillian White and Ruiz, sort of the other 2 there. all going well when your fight with Daniel Dubois, what kind of you need a big name. You need a big heavyweight name to step into that sort of realm. Like, who's next after Dubois? All going well against him.
Well, I don't know. There's Ruiz, there's Usyk, there's Dillian White, there's
Povetkin, I suppose, if he's still about. Yeah.
who? Sorry.
Povetkin, if he's still kicking about.
Povetkin. There's loads of these like on the outer skirts of the world title. There's plenty of fights, big fights out there that will make sense. Should the top names or the top three names still like in the rematches and stuff like that. If there's still, if the belts are still tied up, then there's plenty of other fights to get me closer to that big fight.
Definitely. No, I understood you, man. I understand.
I don't know if that came out right, but yeah, I don't know.
I understand. I don't know if you've seen did you see Robert Smith's comments from the British Boxing Board of Control? Did you see his tweet? I think it was that he's working with authorities to try and get boxing going in June, and stuff like that.
I think I heard something like that. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Do you think obviously we don't know, we don't have a clue because we're stuck in our houses, but is that something, a stupid question? It's something that you're hoping for, and do you think it can happen?
Yeah, I mean, because I think UFC are going to do something similar, aren't they? They're going to be boxing on some island or something.
Well, that's what Dana White said in a private island.
I hear they're boxing on Love Island. I mean, fighting on Love Island.
You want to go on it, Joe? You want to go on it, don't you?
Yeah, I'm too old, man. But no.
I think you'll be good on Love Island, mate. Because you can do all the backflips, man. That's how you get the girls, man. Do your backflip, your capybara stuff, whatever you think you call it. You know what I mean? Capoeira, that's it. Well, that's a capybara.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, if they called me up and, I don't know, I could consider it. It's as long as I've got nothing. Well, I've got nothing else to do at the moment, so.
No, that's it. You might do it after you retire, mate. You can do it after you retire. But Joe, I've got to ask you, man. You got anything else you would like to add? Anything you want to say to everyone watching this interview at this moment in time?
Just stay fit, stay healthy, and keep your immune system up. And I don't know, just make sure you got that social distancing and just.
Like me and you, because we're over 2 meters apart, so we're doing it right.
I know, yeah, we're more than 2 meters apart. Where are you going?
I'm in Edinburgh, man. I'm probably 400 miles away from you.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a lot of distance.
Yeah, we're doing the right thing, though. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, and shout out to all those NHS staff and saving lives, and just stay safe.
Definitely. Well, I totally agree with you there, Joe. As always, thanks for doing this for FL TV. Hopefully we can do another interview out in Vegas when this is all blown over, because I want to get back out there. That's the main thing. So, but again, thanks for doing this for FL TV.
Baby!
It's Vegas, baby! I'll get back out there. Don't worry about that. Joe, thanks for doing this for FL TV, mate. You stay safe, and speak to you soon, my man.
All right. Nice one.